The same women that tell you not to make a meal for a man is the same women who laid down and had 3 children with 3 different.
Okay, I'm going to slow cook this one because the fact that y'all keep bringing up the fact that women have had children. Let me give you a statistic. The average woman had their first child between the age of 7 years old and 22. The first one. Some of them even had their second and third before they turned 22. Now, would you like to blame every little boy that approached a girl and said, if you love me, you'll have sex with me? I mean, back in the day, my parents talked about abstinence, celibacy. Why is it that that's not coming up with these young kids no more? My generation was the last one that it came up with when it came to not having sex before marriage. Y'all don't bring that up at all. Now, I get the fact of making a man something to eat because I don't have a problem with doing that because my grandmother taught me, and my great grandmother and my other grandmother taught me you are supposed to serve your husband first. Don't have a problem with that. But here's a kicker to it. There are women who men told them they wanted to marry them. There are women that were engaged to be married and found out their soon to be husband, was messing around with their best friend or their sibling or even their own mama or even a friend of theirs or someone they didn't know. And vice versa with men as well. I get the fact of what you're saying. I do. The problem is it is not a flex to be married. As many women that get cheated on, as many women that either has a baby within the marriage or vice versa. It is not a flex to be married if your husband is broke. It is not a flex to be married if you're the one that's still doing everything like you're single. No flex to that. Not at all. There are a lot of women that don't even want to get married because, number one, that man is going to be talking about a prenup, and y'all don't even understand the real reason that man wants a prenup, because he knows he's going to be unfaithful. That's the only reason he wants one. And he wants no consequences. See, the one thing about a prenup is that means there's no consequences. That means you leave with what you came with. That means if he commits infidelity, all he's going to do is bring a whole nother female into the marriage, and she gets everything you helped him build. You get nothing. There's no incentive to be married if there's no consequences for the actions that they do. And being that there is no actions for what they do, that is why these men can continue running around having all these children. Because for the simple fact of the matter, there is no consequences. So you can't talk about men when you don't talk about boys that are under the age of 8 years old up until the age of 22, running around here having children that do not have a job, running around having sex with young girls without protection. Oh, but y'all don't want to have that conversation, do you? Y'all quick to talk about women and the choices they made, but some of these girls were with their boyfriends from when they were up to 14. Some of them were with their boyfriends since they were 9 years old. So at the end of the day, the fact that young girls are dating under the age of 22, and y'all don't want to have that uncomfortable conversation, but yet you want to say women that have had 2 or 3 kids. Let's go back to what I originally said. The average woman has had their first born child before 22 years old. Majority. It is very few females that have children after the age of 22. Most of them have had children before. That means they were in their adolescence when they got pregnant. And adolescence is all the way up to the age of 22 when you graduate college. So, at the end of the day, that would mean they were children when they had babies, not adults. So, can y'all please rephrase that? Because y'all, that's why I just look at y'all when y'all be saying stuff, because I'm like, it's incorrect. Most of these girls, like I said, some of these girls were on birth control when they got pregnant because the guys, you know what, that inseminated was very extremely strong. And then you have girls that the condom got stuck or the condom broke. That's how they got pregnant. It wasn't because they weren't irresponsible. It wasn't because they let these men not use protection. It was because of what I just said. So do me a favor. I need y'all to start doing your research at this point, because people like me will pull receipts and pretty much put them out there. No offense. Please don't think I'm being mean. That's why when I say things, I pull receipts, I pull references. I say references of what I'm referenced to, too. So nobody can't say I don't know what I'm speaking on. But at the end of the day, like I said, y'all need to stop just primarily putting on women as them being irresponsible when you need to put it on both men and women. So with that being said, I'm going to go mind my BIEI business and continue to enjoy my day. But this is really nonsense. Marriage is no better than being single. It ain't. There's a disadvantage in both. There's advantages to both. But you can't be married and still trying to be single. Can't do that. And that is the majority of the problem in marriage. People still want to be single and be married at the same time. Can't do it. You're either going to be single or you're going to be with somebody. But either way, there's ups and downs, negative and positives to both. It's just a question of, can you handle both sides of either way? With that being said,